mystical season in over a decade. He also, of course, struggled at 32 in the playoffs where Philly bowed out in the second round. As for what that means for his future in the city of brotherly love, we bring in our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks, who we love. What does this mean for Harden and his future in Philly?
Well, he's going to be back, right? You're not going to leave $47 million on the table and go free agent shopping. So when he opts out, what does that mean as far as the sweet spot for a new contract is right around that $38 million range because they are at $104 million in salary, right? The luxury tax apron is $157. So the goal for Philadelphia is to sign 2 other players. So when we add Harden in there, you're still under 142. You still got about $15 million. So you have your full mid-level exception to go out and sign a player like potentially PJ Tucker. We can put that number up here, right? And you still have a little bit of your $4 million biannual exception. So by Harden taking that discount, about a $10 million discount, it allows Philadelphia to go out and get 2 players.
We also said in the process endears himself, right, to the Philadelphia faithful as well, looking like the team guy. Speaking of team, we had breaking news here just a little bit ago. The Atlanta Hawks making a trade with the Spurs for DeJounte Murray. They give up Danilo Gallinari and 3 first-round picks. Apart from the obvious, which is that, yes, what does Murray joining Trae Young in that backcourt mean?
Well, they have 2 All-Stars. I feel like you want to do the same.
Let me tell you what it means.
They've got 2 All-Stars. He's on a great contract, 16 and a half, $17 million, free agent in 2024. You knew this roster wasn't going to be team continuity once again here. They needed to shake it up. It cost them 3 first-round picks. One of them is from Charlotte. 2 are unprotected in 25 and 27. When you have an all-star and Trae Young, an all-NBA player, you got to put everything around him. Now, the question is going to be, what's next as far as with John Collins, Clint Capella, Kevin Huerter, players like that. DeAndre Hunter will probably get an extension there, but there's going to be another move here. But, I mean, this is a great value contract here. But as you said, the picks, worry about the picks later.
Exactly. They're in win-now mode, certainly. And when you talk about that, Murray, second in the NBA with 13 triple-doubles, the only person better, Nikola Jokic. That's headed to Atlanta. Bobby Marks, thank you so much.
Boy, I'll tell you what, they certainly have moved up on the board consistently since they opened at a plus 850. Yesterday, they were at a plus 750, and they've gone up again today to a plus 700. They are now the 3rd favorite to win the title next season, only trailing, of course, the 2022 champions and the runner-up. So, for more on the Clippers, let's bring in Bobby Marks. He's our front office insider. All right, Bobby, so you've got John Wall joining the Clippers. Talk to me about this and how all of this shakes out here for the Clippers.
Well, I think they're right now they're probably the 2nd favorite team in the Western Conference behind Golden State. Of course, we're not going to diminish what the Warriors did. They have 11 players, I think, that you can start. When you look at their roster right now, we forget about Kawhi Leonard, right? I mean, outlaw last year. Paul George missed most of the season, but keep on looking down. Norman Powell, Marcus Morris, Luke Kennard, Robert Covington, Reggie Jackson, right? You can have Reggie Jackson or John Wall. Who do you want to start, right? You are deep. It keeps on going down. You know, Terrence Mann here. So you have 11 players. Your bench is going to be probably one of the best in the league. You have an owner of deep pockets, right? Willing to go out and spend. We saw the Covington and Norman Powell trade last year. But this roster is deep on paper, as we always say, with a healthy Kawhi. They'll give Golden State a run for the money out in the West.
And, you know, Reggie Jackson was really good for them as a starter. So when they bring in John Wall, is John Wall coming in as a starter?
Well, if you're John Wall, you're going into a situation where I'm not going to be a backup, right? I'm 31 years old. I'm a former All-Star. When I'm healthy, I'm a 20 and 10 type guy here. So there'll be a role, and I think it'll be interesting when we get into training camp as far as this will be open competition here. I don't think anything's guaranteed for him. Could possibly play both of them together. But those 2 point guards there, you have 2 NBA level high quality guards.
Yeah, obviously they got a lot of options here. All right, so let's take a look at the Western Conference, and then you've got the Phoenix Suns. And you already heard Woj. He said in a perfect world for Phoenix, they'd like to do a sign and trade with DeAndre Ayton and ship him off somewhere. So if you're Phoenix, how do you upgrade your roster to get back to the top?
Yeah, we're going to pull up the Suns roster right now. So here's the hard thing. This is not including DeAndre Ayton in this lineup right now. So you're already over the salary cap. you're about $10 million. So you're not going to go and just let him walk for nothing, because then what do you have to replace him in here? And when you're looking at Ayton's contract, you sign him back, you go into the luxury tax. You are going to be paying a penalty for the first time. You lose him. Let's say you do a sign and trade and you bring back some rotational players or just draft picks. You go from a 64-win team to a team that's competing just to get into the play-in tournament here.
Wow.
The Western Conference is that deep here. They will take a dramatic step back here. So he is priority one for you because you don't have the money to go out and get a DeAndre Ayton.
That's interesting stuff. By the way, the Suns currently sit at plus 900 to win the NBA championship. All of that according to the season. Bobby Marks, thank you.